All right. Katie Horn here. I'm a senior content strategist here at White Glove, and I've got Tom Diorio with me today. He's a financial advisor who has been getting phenomenal ROI with White Glove webinars. And we're talking like 10 to 1 ROI. So super phenomenal, really exciting stuff. How are you doing today, Tom?
I'm absolutely wonderful, Caitlin.
Love
Getting ready for my appointments after this for uh, my last webinar. Things are going great. I'm extremely excited every day to get to work and see what's next. I love popping up my calendar and seeing new appointments.
That's so exciting. Yeah, I mean, whenever I talk to you up until this point, you've just been so full of energy with the way webinars have been going for you. And you had a recent move with your practice.
Yeah, you know what? I actually moved to my hometown, and I'm gonna give a little shout out right now because I think we deserve it. It's called Columbiana, Ohio, and we were literally there you go. We were literally voted by Reader's Digest as the nicest place in America. I kid you not.
That's so cool. Good
It's a
for you
nice little
guys. Good for
town, you
you.
know. You might even see Aunt Bee or Barney Fife walking around. You know, that might be a little bit before your time, Caitlin. But I
Rings a
think
bell.
okay,
Well,
yeah. So
awesome.
I'm keeping everything local. We have a pretty tight knit community. Moved to a great new space right on Main Street, and I gotta tell you, these webinars, and White Glove has really uh, opened a lot of doors for me. They really have.
Well, we're here today so I can pick your brain about that. That sounds like kind
Okay.
of everything's falling into place right now during a time when that's not really the norm. So that's so exciting. That's wonderful to hear. So let's
Thank you.
talk a little bit more about that ROI, some of those numbers, and even more about what it's meant for your practice.
You know, to be quite honest, I got to tell you, I was a little skeptical because I've done the webinar seminars before, mass mailings, and put everything, all the money out, and really didn't see much in return. And when I say I had a 10 to 1 ROI the first time around, I was just blown away. Um, I was like, well, this is a fluke. You I got lucky, and then I did the second one, and I had an ROI of 7. I mean,
Awesome.
I'm, I'm extremely happy with the quality of people and their assets coming to see me. I don't mean the quality of people. I mean the quality of potential accounts. Because I'm doing the estate planning seminar and focusing on the people with the assets, that's who I'm getting in front of. This last webinar, I'm running my appointments this week. And so far, I've lined up probably, to get to brass tacks, just numbers, not as, not even half of my first webinar, but I've already lined up about 10 to 12,000 in commissions off of one appointment.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
So
very exciting.
the return on my investment is incredible. So I took the plunge, and I already booked out, September, October, and November. Easing back a little bit for December for obvious reasons. But I'm thinking about, if we keep going the way things are, I'm actually hiring a new assistant today, and she's going to take
Congrats.
over a lot of this stuff. And I'm going to try to stay in front of the computer and stay in front of people. I mean, if it's working, and I'm going to run with it. I'm extremely excited. I guess the greatest thing about the webinar, Caitlin, is, with seminars, you have all the external things you have to take care of: booking the hall, getting drinks, getting a little, some little snacks and things of that sort, and, the projector, the PowerPoint. Right now, I just, power on my computer and I go. And it's very low maintenance. It's very convenient, and it's very non-threatening, especially in this crazy time that we have going on. So I couldn't be happier. I was a little skeptical, like I said, to begin with, but I'll tell you what, it has turned around my practice. I don't want to sound like an infomercial, but if I do, that's how excited I am about my business right now. you know.
Well, we're excited for you. That's a huge deal because this isn't a time where a lot of people are feeling good with things. And, webinars, if you've never done one before, it can be really scary. You don't know how to really engage that audience at first. And I mean, clearly you've been doing it. And I know just from our conversation, you're a real charismatic guy. I'm sure that you're great with your audience, but prior to the pandemic and everything, had you ever hosted a webinar?
A webinar? No. Seminars? Yes. Webinars? And yeah, I was scared. To put it, simple. I'm not the tech guy. I'm not. I buy a new phone and I use it for texting and, calls still. I mean, you know what I mean. I'm just not the tech guy, but the support I had was phenomenal. They walked me, White Glove walked me through everything. They made me comfortable from A to Z. Any question I had, if I didn't get somebody direct, I got a call back within, or an email within, the time frame was incredible. I guess the number one thing that I preach in my practice is, client support, client communication, and that is exactly what I have gotten from White Glove. I mean, you can tell the people that put this organization together really had a background of what's important to the advisor. And my degrees are in finance and economics. It's not in marketing, Kate. It's not. So I'm saying to myself, why am I trying to do my own marketing? I tell my clients, if you break your car, if my car breaks down, I take it to a mechanic. If my plumbing breaks down, I call a plumber. Why should I not go to a marketing organization to do my marketing that has my best interests at heart? And I got to tell you, I am singing your praises because my success, numbers don't lie. I'm on a 10-to-1 ratio on the first one. And to be blunt, I put in 4,000 on the first seminar. So you can do the math. On the second one, I'm at a 7-to-1. And, just off a couple of appointments now, I'm getting back up there. So yeah,
That's
very
excellent.
happy with the webinar.
And you're only marketing locally. With webinars, the cool thing is you can market to anybody across the country, but
Absolutely.
you're just getting these results with people in your town in Ohio, and that's huge.
A little podunk town.
Okay, I'm from a podunk town too, up in northern Michigan, so I understand.
Yeah, and just a little tiny little town, but it's working. I have found my niche. I'm about the only one in the area codes doing this, and I'm going to keep running with it. Because people are scared today. They're scared to get together. They're scared of, this COVID got a lot of people running crazy right now. And this is the perfect way to get in touch and get in front of people. It's real easy to make a phone call in a bull market, but when people are scared in a bear market, that's the hardest call to make. And to get in front of people right now is an absolutely opportune time. And I even believe going forward, this is the way to do business. It's a lot more efficient. I mean, a million times more efficient.
It truly is. And I know from what we've seen so far, webinars tend to attract people who normally wouldn't really want to go to an in-person event, whether, it's with their schedule, just maybe they don't want to, they're not people, introverts. Some people just aren't people. And webinars, they don't even have to show their face. They see you, and of course you're in your office, but for all they know, you could be wearing sweatpants. You don't know that, and it's comfortable for you.
Right.
And something we always say in the biz now with webinars, tech happens. And so with White Glove, we've had that experience with that support with seminars for so long, and there are certain things that we absolutely nail, but at the end of the day, sometimes technology can still have hiccups. Things happen. So did you have any hiccups with technology? And if so, how would you say concierge support helped you with that?
You know what? I haven't, Caitlin, but what makes me feel warm and fuzzy during the webinar is that I let the people know, listen, we have a tech person online. If I happen to disappear, she'll take right over and I'll be back. That's a huge way. I'm not out there just swimming around all by myself.
No.
And that's the scariest thing, I guess, when it comes to, the webinar. And you guys are right there. In case something happens, you're right there to pick it back up and I can get back on. And, you know, I don't want to discount the fact too of, you know, sometimes a lot of people are not real comfortable in front of a big crowd speaking. Me, I'm a hot dog. I love it. But I also am able to feel a little bit more secure and warm and fuzzy because I got my notes right next to me. And if I, you know, if I stumble or something, all I have to do is just glance down. And it's in front of people. Sometimes we can freeze, you know, in a seminar, but in a webinar, you know, I have everything out in front of me. It's just that security blanket of knowing that everything's going to run smooth, which allows me to be more natural, to be more charismatic, as you politely put it, and gave me a compliment, and to just let it flow and let my personality come through, you know, during the webinar instead of just reading off of a piece of paper and PowerPoint and click. You know, I can kind of tailor make the webinar to, you know, to myself. I follow exactly, you know, the script, but I ad lib too. You know, I throw in little stories. I've gotten a lot of people that have said, you know what, it was fun actually. You know, so I'm very happy with it.
That's so great. That makes me so happy to hear. And because it's just one of those things where until you try it out, you really just don't know. And I'm so thrilled to hear the success that you're having with it.
Thank you.
Yeah,
It turned my business
congratulations.
around because I got, sorry to interrupt you, Caitlin. I know
No,
we're
no,
on
it's
limited
fine.
time, but, you know, because of, you know, I used to, when I first got in the business, I was a smile and dial broker, you know, back in 95. So that was what I was used to. And I was always taught, unless you're growing your business, you're dying. And so I'm always trying to, you know, as we all are, trying to find new clients. But these robocalls have killed that. No one picks up the phone anymore. I mean, no one. You know,
No,
the mass
I
mailings
certainly
are down.
don't.
No, no. If I don't recognize the number, I swipe it, as with anybody. So, you know, I'm saying to myself, how am I going to get to people? And then all of a sudden, White Glove pops up, and I literally jump in, and um, I didn't know what to expect, but I could not be happier with my success and with White Glove. And I know it's not going to be, you know, these kinds of numbers every single time, or it might be, because I got to tell you, I still have trailers from previous webinars. And the great thing about it is we get links. So if people can't make the webinar, you send the link out, and then they can watch it. Well, whereas a seminar, they can't make it. They can't make it. You know, you can't send a link on that sometimes, you know. So people, when I call people that haven't made it and I offer them, I say, well, I could send you a link. You can work it at your convenience, or I send them an email. They're like, oh my gosh, that, you know, that's great. Yeah,
That
fantastic.
makes you look like the hero.
Yeah, it's very non-pressure too.
No,
It's very non-pressured.
well, that's what it's all about. You know, that's what White Glove was founded about. We want advisors and other professionals like yourself to just show up. Just, you know, before it was just showing up to the venue, and now it's just opening your laptop and doing what you do best, connecting with people, educating those people, and then getting them in the door and really helping them improve their lives. And that's the most,
Absolutely.
and that's why we're all here. And it's a beautiful thing. It's a scary time, but you know, financial advisors, you guys are helpers.
Right.
People absolutely need you right now. It's not about being opportunistic. It's a real thing, and you have a real potential to change people's lives for the better. And so we're thrilled to work with you, and we're so happy to hear about the results that you've been getting. And I can't wait to
Thank you.
follow you up with you here in a few weeks and a couple months to see how you continue to just rock it and make the most
Thank
of
you.
them.
I guess if there's one last thing I could say too, is White Glove told me that the one important thing that I should probably have is a call to action. And my call to action is a retirement analysis. I offer this, it's a 40-page report, but I offer it complimentary to the people that are on the webinar, because it does show them, you know what, I do care about their financial future. I'm going to offer this to them, whether or not they become my client. And that was a huge selling point in getting in front of people. So I did exactly what White Glove told me to do, and it's working. You know, so if it's not broke, I'm not going to fix it.
Absolutely right. Well, thank you so much for taking the time with me.
Absolutely, Caitlin.
I
My
love the
pleasure.
feedback. My team loves the feedback, but what we love the most is seeing those results and hearing from people such as yourselves. And, I hope you have a great rest of your summer, a great fall. I hope you take care and stay happy and healthy.
Sounds great. Thank you, Caitlin. You as
All right.
well. You take
Thank
care.
you so much, Tom. Yep. See ya.
Bye-bye.